I need the closure. Hey, hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Junior's World of Soul. I am back with a new video to bless you with R&B the right way, the authentic way. Now, as you can see, I came in with Chris Brown and H.E.R's Closure. Yo, this song knocks. Like, it really, really knocks. I done came in a couple of times with this joint, opening up the video, but I wish we would have gotten a video with this joint. It would have been so dope. You know what I mean? But hey, you know what I mean? But as y'all can see from the title, it is J.R.'s top 10 songs of 2022. You know, I wish I could have been doing more of current R&B bangers, which I will in 2023. You know what I'm saying? We have a brand with the R&B Reps that you guys definitely should subscribe to the page. I'm gonna put all the info in the more info box. I'm gonna also put our R&Breps.com that y'all can buy some merch and just support, you know, me and my sister Elise, man. We love this R&B thing, and, you know, I've been putting time into that. I've been also doing Junior's World of Soul, don't get me wrong, and doing current R&B bangers and Flashback Fridays, but, you know, this is the brand, you know what I'm saying, the R&B Reps, you know what I mean? So, but once 2023 gets back in, I will definitely be doing more current R&B bangers. Current R&B bangers ain't going nowhere. It's here. It started here. Okay? That's what we talk about. But like I said, it is the top 10 of 2022. Yo, we got the males and the females representing this on this countdown. So I'm excited to talk about it. Like, I know y'all got things to do. It's the holiday. You know what I mean? I don't want to keep y'all too long. Y'all got things to do, presents to buy, people to see, people to do. Okay, and whatever. So I'm just gonna get this started. You know what I mean? So we're gonna start off at number 10. It is coming from my boy H.E.R, which I am so happy that I was introduced to him by Timon of the We Sound Crazy podcast. It was just, you know, one day I was going through his IG story. I wasn't being newsy, but I was going through his IG story, and he posts a lot of music, you know what I mean? So it was this song, and I was just like, yo, who is this cat? You know what I mean? And from there, I've been a fan. So, if you don't know about H.E.R, he's from Cali. He's a songwriter, he's a producer, he's a saxophonist, which definitely gets me because y'all know I love horns. You know what I mean? But from me really getting into his music and all that, I'm forever a fan, like, for real. So he recently just released his album entitled Frequency that I play every day. Since November, I have played this album every day. You know what I'm saying? It's a short album, 18 minutes, 5 songs, just so dope. Most of them I talked about here on current R&B bangers like Oh Boy, Come Down, Frequency, Emotional, and Never Fucking Wish I Met You. That song, listen, listen, he goes in and that. But it's one song that I definitely talked about here on current R&B bangers that I cannot stop playing. When I hear it, I gotta move. I love this record, and it's Take You There, and it's such a jam, it's such a groove, you know what I mean? And I just love the song, and that's why it's number 10 on the countdown. So here is Take You There, and here we go. We're gonna jam a little bit. And alrighty, let's go to the part where I want to groove a little bit. So here we go. Just say the word, baby, I swear. I'll take you there. I'll take you there. Just say the word, baby, I swear. I'll take you there. It's such a jam, yo. Like, anytime you hear it, it just, you can't help but to move. You know what I mean? So, yo, this song is so dope. I recommend you guys check H.E.R out. He's so dope. He writes, he produces his own music. He has a sound like nobody else. You know what I mean? Check out the other albums before then, but Frequency, yo, I definitely recommend it for y'all. You're definitely gonna groove, you know what I'm saying? And it's such a dope project. So, coming in number 10, that's H.E.R, and that is Take You There. Okay, so coming in at number 9 is an artist that actually has 2 songs on the countdown this year. Joyce Rice. Oh, I'm so happy that I was introduced to her in 2017. you know what I mean, with her song Good Morning. And then I had to do some research, and I was like, oh, she representing Cali too, you know what I'm saying? And yo, like, Good Morning, I played it a lot. It just had a feeling that I really enjoyed. So I was like, okay, and I remember her, and then I kind of like lost her a little bit. And then when Devin Morrison came out with his album Bustin', she had a song on the album entitled With You. It was a duet. And I was like, okay, no, wait a minute. I gotta check this girl out. Like, she's dope. You know what I mean? And then the pandemic hit us, and then, you know, she was just dropping singles. And then I heard That's On You, which became one of my favorite songs of 2020. Like, if you go back on the countdown that I did, she's on there. Like, I love it. I love her voice. There's something about her that just brings you in. And I'm such a fan of her. And, you know, then after that, she came out with her project Overgrown. And the joint she did with Freddie Gibbs. She had, you know, some production from H.E.R on that joint. And you know, I'm just a fan of her, you know what I'm saying? And I just want her to really, really pop, you know what I mean? But, yo, so she released her EP, Motive, and she had Ice-T on there. And she had other songs like Bittersweet Goodbyes and Spin and Pace Yourself. But it was this song on there. It was produced by H.E.R, this one here. And I just couldn't stop playing it. And I was like, yo, this joint is a banger. And I was like, yo, this is definitely going to be on the countdown for the year. So number 9 is Looking For You. And this is from Joyce Rice. So y'all can groove to this joint. If you don't, I don't know what's wrong with you, because you really tripping. But here we go.
Baby, I've been looking for you.
Just come and give me what I need.
Baby, I've been looking for you.
Just come and put your hands on me, baby. I'm looking for you. Like, it's a nice little vibe, y'all. Like, it's just, listen, y'all better stop playing with H.E.R. Like, for real. I want to see more people work with this cat. Like I said, I've said so many videos, this dude has a production that's so fresh and so current, and it's needed. You know what I mean? But hey, Joyce, you keep working with him, because you two working together, y'all got to magic. Because this joint and another joint you did and another joint that you did, I love down. You know what I mean? So y'all, check out her EP Motive. This joint is entitled Looking For You, and this joint is number 9. Let's come back here.
Just come and
Give me what I need, baby. I'm looking for you. I put your hands on me, baby. I'm looking for you. See, I can play the whole record. You know what I'm saying? But yes, that's your number 9 joint. Okay, coming at number 8 is one of my favorite artists since 2017. I am talking about Mr. P.J. Morton. I am so honored that I was able to, interview with him. Thanks to my brother Kill on Apartment 5B, we ended up interviewing him when he came out with Gumbo, because I made such a big deal about the album, and Kill was just like, yo, I gotta listen to this album. And then he contacted his manager, and we ended up interviewing him. And for me to tell PJ Morton that I've been a fan of him since 2013, and just really to let him know was such an honor, you know what I mean? So, you know, PJ has just been it, you know what I mean? So he came out in 2018 with the, the Gumbo Unplugged, which was amazing. I played that out. Then he came with Paul in 2019. And then he came with the piano album in 2020. Was it 2020? Yes, it had to be 2020. And listen. Because Paul had Say So on it with him and JoJo. That was one of my favorite songs of 2019. Like, I love that record. Like, a duet like that, the feeling of good duets, you know what I'm saying? It took me back there. With them two singing, they sound perfect. It wasn't no extra, no nothing. So then when he did the piano album, and they did it live, and acoustic, and I was just too through. Like, I was done. Like, I was like, it can't get no better. You got the feeling of the studio version, but they add a little bit more to it when they do it live, and it was just like everything. It's on YouTube. I recommend you guys check it out. You know what I mean? So one thing about PJ, he was bringing out Christmas albums. He worked on a gospel album and things. One thing, PJ is consistent. You hear what I'm saying? And touring too. I need to get to a feature more on tour. But anyway, in 2020, he came out with his latest album. What is it? Watch the Sun. Which, if you look at the cover, you know he's off of the Stevie Wonder branch, like for real. Like if you look at that cover, it reminds you of Innovisions, like for real. And you know he's just a Stevie fan. It's in his music. You know what I'm saying? You could just tell just how he vocally attacks the record. Like PJ is just dope. Like I can talk about PJ for the longest, but he came out with his album and this joint that was a single, and y'all know I'm really iffy about putting actually singles on the countdown, you know what I mean? But it's just like this single was so good and it gave you the flavor of New Orleans, and then it had the horns all over it and had Wale on it, and this joint is dope. So the number 8 joint on this countdown is So Lonely, and it's just such a jam to me. So here we go. Y'all gonna hear them horns. I was like, PJ, you did this for me.
Are we meant to be? 'Cause I'm so lonely, yeah, without you, girl, yeah.
I'm so lonely, yeah, without you, girl, no.
Just tell me what I gotta do
Tell me what I gotta do
to get you back inside my love.
to get you back inside my love.
Don't wanna live my life.
Hey, wanna live my life without you. Hey, see, I can play that joint. I'm sorry, like this countdown, y'all, I'm gonna be playing songs soon, I'm gonna be grooving, so, you know what I mean? But, yo, this joint is so dope. It's a groove. You can't help but to dance to it. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see PJ do this live. Like I said, I have to get to his show, you know what I mean? But this joint is a jam. Definitely, y'all go check out PJ's latest album, you know what I mean? And PJ, all I gotta say is keep representing R&B the right way, you know what I'm saying? And please keep doing your thing. And don't let nobody tell you nothing. I don't want no more claustrophobic records no more. Forget that. Do what you do. You know what I mean? And yo, so that's number 8, and that is So Lonely. Alrighty. So coming in at number 7, speaking of Simone, and speaking of the We Sound Crazy podcast, his co-host, my boys Louis York, as the number 7 joint on the countdown. And if you don't know, Louis York is Claude Kelly and Chuck Harmony, and they just dope, man. They've written for everybody, and I mean everybody. You know what I mean? And especially my girls, the Shandellas. Shout out to them, yo. Like, if y'all is not on the Shandellas, I recommend y'all please listen to them girls. Let me tell you, Casey, Stacy, and Tam are some singing down women. You hear me? So yes, but you know, they released their debut album in 2019. What is it? American Griots. Shout out to my brother Sin who got me the vinyl. You know what I mean? And yo, that album I talked about a lot on Current R&B. They had so many dope joints on that. You know what I mean? But yo, they've been focusing on We Sound Crazy, the Shandellas, but they've been, you know, dropping us little dubs here, you know what I'm saying, little singles. It was like, It Is What It Is, which they talked about the Red Cup. I knew that was a line that they was thinking about me. Headphones, but the song that I love this year that they brought out was Strawberry Skies. That joint hit my spirit so different. It kind of made me feel like when I heard Velvet or American Griots for the first time. It just hits your spirit different. You know what I mean? And one thing, like I said, Claude Kelly can sing. Y'all just listen. That boy sings down for real. But if you know Claude, he loves Janet and also country, and you could definitely tell with this record. And the way, you know, Chuck is playing them keys, like, it's such a beautiful, beautiful record. So I definitely was going to put that on the countdown. So at number 7 is Strawberry Skies, and this is Louis York. Okay, here we go. a million years. Huh. Years, but I say what? Like, it's such a beautiful record. It really reminds me of something that Janet would do. It gives you come back to me. It gives you where are you now. It gives you like that vibe. Like, it just takes you somewhere. Like the body that loves you. It's just, it gives you that. And then you know they represent Nashville. You know what I'm saying? So it has that flavor up in there. Their influences are all up in this song. Like, y'all, this song is so dope. Definitely go listen to it. It's gonna take you somewhere. Support the family. Support a Weirdo Workshop. You know, and listen. I can't wait for my girls, the Shandellas, to come back. I can't wait for Louis York to come out with their new record. But Strawberry Skies was a favorite of mine for this year, and that's why it's number 7 on the countdown. Okay, so we're at number 6. Number 6, my boy Sergio, who I found this brother back in 2018 when I first actually moved into my new apartment. I found him, and I remember the song I heard was Can't Breathe. And I was just like, oh my God, like, who is this cat? And then I did my research and found it, and then he had an album, This Will Hurt, that was my favorite album of 2018. Like, I love that album. I played it so much. Like, Can't Breathe, Temporary, On the Way, Think of Me, Drunk Loves, Summer Fling, Privacy, Waiting. Like, that album was my shit, for real. And I know Sergio was like, he tagging me in everything, but hey, I was a fan of it. You know what I mean? So, you know, by 2021, I started bothering Sergio because I was like, yo, when we gonna get a new album? What's going on? And he was like, we working, brother. We working. So, if you don't know, Sergio is from Chicago, you know what I'm saying? But then he went to Clark University in the ATL with my family, the Sites Podcast. Shout out to Muse and Stephanie the Dolls. Love them dearly. And he did an episode with them on about his album and all that good stuff. And let me tell you something. He finally came out with this new album he titled Before It's Too Late. And I was like, he picked off where he left off. You know what I'm saying? I love the record. Joints like Eating Clothes On, the emotional Lied to Me. Like I said, he should deserve an award for how vocally he sang that record. I told him that. Speechless, the duet. Oh my God, man. I was putting that on my Instagram story a lot of times, just tagging him in, trying to be him. And, oh God, I forgot what her name is. But I was trying to be both of them, trying to sing both, and then I was out of breath and all that good stuff. So it was just like, but my favorites was between two songs. It was between this song, You and Ecstasy. You because of them horns. Again, I'm a lover of horns. I love horns to death. So it was like, which one? But I think Ecstasy ended up having an edge, and it ended up being my favorite off the album. And it's just an R&B record, and then he's being vulnerable, and we need R&B dudes to be vulnerable. You don't gotta be hard. Like, you can tell, you know, what you want and how you feel. And on this album, he really, really did that. So, Ecstasy, my favorite joint. It's the number 6 joint. And here we go. It goes a little something like this. All right.
I wanna take you away. Can you be my guide, baby? Show me the way. Lead me to ecstasy.
Let's get away. Let's go to other places.
Lead me to ecstasy, ecstasy.
Like, yo, and then it's nice little beat to it. You know what I'm saying? You can just sway side to side, or how my partner in crime there, a nice little body roll. You know what I mean? But this joint is dope. Ecstasy, the whole album Before It's Too Late. I recommend you guys support Sergio. Yo, the boy sings down, yo. You know what I'm saying? And look, ladies, he ain't bad looking either. You know what I'm saying? He ain't bad looking. So y'all got something to look at. You know what I mean? So, yo, This album is dope. Definitely support him, all that kind of stuff. I've talked about Sergio on Current R&B Bangers since 2008, and I ain't never gonna stop. So Sergio with Ecstasy, and that is the number 6 joint. Okay, we are in the middle of the countdown, y'all. We are at number 5 with the heavenly vocals of Alex Isley, the daughter of Ernie Isley from the Isley Brothers. But let me tell you something. This girl created her own lane. Look, when you think of, yes, she has that last name, but I don't think about the Isley Brothers when I think about her, because she's just something different. And I'm so glad that my big bro Vern from Apartment 5B, when we talk about her on the show, and we try to talk about her a lot, because it's like, yo, her voice just does something. And me and him send each other stuff on Instagram back and forth, like, yo, this, you heard this joint, you heard this joint. It's just great that you can connect with somebody, with an artist, especially like hers. But I've been a fan since 2015, you know what I mean? I was a little late, you know what I mean? I was a little late, but once I came on to the spot, you know what I mean, I ended up being a fan and really going back. So she gave us Love and Art Memoirs. Then she gave us Dreams in Analog. And then Luxury is when I came in. And then she did Walton with Jack Dine. Oh my God, them two together. And then she gave us the latest album, Out of Gold. And yo, that album EP is everything. I played that a lot as well. It's definitely in my top 10 of the year. Joints like Under the Moon, Love Again, Such a Thing, and Still Wonder. But this one song, the last song on the album, which is 105, that song just so heavenly to me. I couldn't stop playing it. It just does something to me when I hear it. It just relaxes me. And this year, I needed a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? So it just brought me to like a zen. And I could listen to it, and it just sounds so good. And she sounds so heavenly. So coming in at number 5 is Alex Isley featuring Jack Dine. And here is 105. Like, get into it, y'all. For real.
All the reasons are right there outside. Everything that I seem to live for. Give me the feeling that you can hear it on the 105.
Woo! Oh my God. Like, didn't she sound so beautiful, y'all? Before I came in and messed it up, but y'all know I had to, because y'all know YouTube, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get no flags out there, but then she just sounds so heavenly, her backgrounds, and then she just floating on it. Like, it's like water, you know what I mean? It's just, she just sound amazing, y'all. And Alex Isley is just heavenly, and I put her in that range with her and Layla. I want them two to get down with each other. That would be, I wouldn't even be able to be here no more. For real, for real. But that joint is dope. I definitely check out the album. But coming in number 5, that is Alex Isley, and that is 105. Alrighty, so coming in at number 4 is my favorite vocalist of this year. And I'm talking about Miss India Shawn, representing Cali. You know what I mean? I am glad that, again, that my brother Sin introduced me to this girl. He kept talking about it, and I finally got into her, and I am a fan. I had to go back in 2012 when she did Origin, and then in 2015 she gave us Out of Limits, and then in 2020 she was just giving us singles, and Don't Play With My Heart, which was a favorite of mine of 2020. Then she gave us Cali Love, Not Too Deep, Moving On Like I Should with her and Anderson .Paak, which was a favorite of mine in 2021 or 2020. One of them. But finally, July 22nd, she released her album Before We Go Deeper. And that album was definitely one of my favorites of the year. Joints like Just You, Patient, Same Floor, Superfine. Cali Love was on there. Don't Play With My Heart was on there. Moving On was on there. Like, she had so many bangers. But I remember when she posted maybe a couple of days before the album was released, she was like, I cannot wait till you guys hear Caught in the Middle. And I was just like, ooh, I can't wait to hear it. I want to see what her and D-Mile, because D-Mile blessed her on this album, y'all, for real. And when I heard it, when I was like, yo, finally when I got to it, I was like, yeah, this song, it was between Caught in the Middle and Same Floor and Just You. Them 3 songs on her album I played over and over again, but then I realized Caught in the Middle was the one that was my favorite. So definitely had to talk about this woman, H.E.R. She's amazing. She's so dope. Definitely want y'all to check her out. But at number 4 is Caught in the Middle. And yo, it's so soulful. Listen, let me let it play.
No, must be wrong for me to leave you while my heart's still drumming. Can't let go. Ooh, caught in the middle.
Ooh, caught in the middle. I had to do the end. That's how she did it at the end. Hopefully, India, I tried. I did my best. You know what I'm saying? I did my best. But yo, listen, this song is soulful. D-Mile blessed her. Y'all, this album is dope. I recommend y'all check this album out. Listen to the thing from beginning to end. I'm telling you, you will love it. And yo, before we go deeper, please share it to other people. Listen, this album is just it. For real. So y'all had to talk about H.E.R. and that is Caught in the Middle. Number 4, baby. Woo! Oh God, yes, because I just been going hard for her, and even in current R&B bangers, y'all see I've really been going hard for H.E.R. because I want people to know this girl. She can sing, and she just has great music, and I just want people to know that. So that's why she is on the countdown for sure at number 4. Well, number 3 is coming from my favorite artist of all time that y'all all know, Miss Mary J. Blige. Hold on for a second. I have to drop this and go in the room for a second. Be right back. I'm coming, y'all. Don't judge me. Okay, I had to go get something because I got to prove something. You know what I'm saying? But where was I at? Okay, yeah. So my fave, Mary J. Blige. Y'all know she released her 14th album with Good Morning Gorgeous. So some of my favorites on it were Love Will Never, On Top, Failing in Love, Enough, Need Love, and I supports my fave. So on the day the album came out, I went and got it. And then when the vinyl came out, I got it too. I supports my faves. I go out and buy the vinyl. I went and brought the CD. The CD is in my car. But, yo, I support my fave, yo. But when I first heard the album and I was listening to it and it got to my song, my favorite song on the album, Love Without Heartbreak. That song just gave me 97 Mary. It felt like when I was listening to Share My World with my mom and like us listening to like Round and Round and actually Share My World and Search. It gave me that vibe, and this song just such a dope record. Shout out to Anderson .Paak. He gave her some flavor on this album for real. But Love Without Heartbreak, I could not talk about this song. So coming in number 3 is from the queen of hip hop soul, Miss Mary J. Blige, and this joint is Love Without Heartbreak. Y'all know how I do here, and I'm trying to say if I gave this album a lot in the beginning. I did, because it was like I wanted something else. I don't know what it was, but I wanted something else. And I was like, Mary, what? Now I love it. I love this album. Like, I love it. And then hearing it on vinyl, then she added other songs like Tough Love and the joint with Remy, and those songs I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm loving this album, but I did give it a lot in the beginning. As a fan, I was just like, ugh. But I love the album. But I'm sorry, y'all. Here's Love Without the Heartbreak. Here we go. All right.
I'm so goddamn sick of the pain.
I'm playing so many games. The ups and downs feel like I'm caught in the rain. I know love without the heartbreak. Woo! Oh, it's so smooth. Alright, let me say, but yo, this song is just so dope, y'all. I recommend y'all check out Good Morning Gorgeous. She was nominated for, I think, like 6 Grammys, which y'all know how I am here with the Grammys. So, good luck, Mary. You know what I mean? I wish you could have been at the Soul Train Awards, though. That would have been a little better, but it is what it is. But y'all, Good Morning Gorgeous, Love Without Heartbreak, number 3 on the countdown. Maybe I gotta go back again. Since I talked about this, hold on one second. The rawness y'all getting, y'all, for real. Y'all getting some raw stuff. I'm telling you. Okay, yep, y'all already gonna see who number 2 is about. So number 2 is from Queen B. She came with her album Renaissance on my birthday. I was a little mad because I was like, B, how you gonna come out with an album on my birthday? Like, I need to be the focus, not you. You know what I'm saying? But it's my favorite album from her. Don't look at me like I'm biased. It is my favorite album from her. Joints like Cozy. Shout out to T.S. Madison. Bitch, I'm black. Okay? And Cuff It. I tried to do it with my mom right, but hey, we just did that in the video. That's all we did. She could do that with me, and we was good. Hey. But Church Girl, Move, Heated, Pure Honey, Summer Renaissance were some of my favorites on the album. But when I heard this joint on the album, I couldn't stop playing it, and that is Virgo's Groove. And I knew I heard it, and I was like, is Levin Khalid part of this? Like, for real? So I looked at them liner notes, and he was, because he got a song entitled Make It Rain that kind of reminds you of Virgo's Groove. Like, it really, really does. That just shows you B know what's going on out in these streets and what's, you know what I mean? But when I heard Virgo's Groove, I was like, this joint is it, and it's my favorite on the album. I couldn't stop playing it, and it's just a jam. So coming in at number 2 is Miss Beyonce, and that is Virgo's Groove. And I don't know what part I want to play, but I'll start with this. Let's go.
Right here, right now. Come on.
I can be the one that takes you there. Baby, come over. Baby, you can hit this. Don't be scared. Baby, come over. Like, it's such a jam. And what I have to say is this. You know, a lot of people have been doing this type of style before Beyonce, but now I'm glad she kind of shifted the industry on things now. Because, I mean, a lot of people was doing this type of sound and club and house and type of sound, but they just wasn't getting the exposure. But Beyonce will. And now people, it's kind of like changing up. People are now want to do up-tempo, side of just let's vibe and smoke, and it's a vibe. And no, like do something different. And with her doing this, that's why, you know what I'm saying? I represent y'all. I went and copped it. I got that joint on vinyl. Like, it's my favorite from her. My favorite album. I play this album every day since July 29th. I played this every day from beginning to end, and then I had to get it on vinyl when it came out. You know, shout out to my boy Timogen for the alley-oop. He gave it to me because he was like, yo, the album's coming out, and he sent it to me, and I ended up getting this album literally one day after I purchased it. So y'all, recommend y'all Renaissance. Great album from Beyonce. Can't wait for this tour. We could have got some visuals by now, Beyonce, but that's neither here nor there. The music is good. So, you know, can't wait for the tour, because I guess that'll come first before we get the visuals, or the visuals might be just you on tour. So, it is what it is. But coming in number 2 is Virgo's Groove, and that is Beyonce. We at the end, y'all. We are at the end. You know what I mean? I don't like to keep y'all too long, but it's a top 10. So, all right, coming in at number 1 is the artist that I talked about at number 9. That is Joyce Rice. And this joint was produced by K Trinata. She released this in March of 2022. When I heard it, I said this song will probably be my favorite song of the year, and it is. It's Ice-T, and her and H.E.R make magic with each other. This joint is a banger, and like I said, when I heard it, I knew it was gonna be my favorite joint. So here's the number one jam. Here is Ice-T, and let's jam to it. Then I'm gonna grab my little cup and let's go. All right.
Feel good when you living like me.
Oh,
Can't fuck with a woman like me.
oh,
Let me slice of your sugar iced tea.
hey,
Feels good when you living carefree.
carefree, carefree, care. I just wanna let go, like solo.
Taking on my ammo,
Hey,
but they don't know.
they don't know.
Skin glows, skin sweet like cocoa.
Coco,
Tempo,
woo.
while I let go.
Hey, So see, yeah, she got a little longer play than everybody else because this is the number one joint. Like, this will forever knock, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, anytime I hear this, I gotta jam to it. Probably after the video's over, I'm gonna jam to it afterwards. You know what I mean? But this joint is dope. It's on her EP Motive. She's opening with this record, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, and this joint is just dope, yo. H.E.R's production is amazing, and I want mainstream people to get on it. You know what I'm saying? I want other artists to work with him. He works with a lot, but I'm talking about mainstream artists. You know what I'm saying? Start working with this cat. He has a sound, but Joyce, if ain't nobody else gonna do it, you keep doing it, because y'all got magic with each other, y'all. So, yes, that's the number one joint. That's Ice-T, and that is from Joyce Rice. Yo, y'all got y'all top 10 joints. Number 10 was from H.E.R, would Take You There. Number 9, Joyce Rice was Looking For You. Number 8, PJ Morton with So Lonely. 7, Louis York with Strawberry Skies. 6 was Sergio with Ecstasy. 5 was Alex Isley with 105. 4 was India Shawn with Caught in the Middle. 3 was Mary J. Blige with Love Without a Heartbreak. 2 was Beyonce's Virgo's Groove. And 1 was Joyce Rice with Ice-T. Yo, y'all got some bangers, man. This is some heat that I gave y'all for the year. It was a lot more songs, you know what I'm saying? But these were my top 10 for real. Like, I played all the time. And yeah, when you go on my Spotify and they did the wrap up, this was the list. And it's not surprising at all, you know what I mean? But my top 5 albums of this year, I want to throw that at y'all too. 5 was Frequency by H.E.R. 4 was Good Morning Gorgeous from Mary. 3 was Before It's Too Late from Sergio. 2 was Before We Go Deeper, India Shawn. And 1 was Renaissance from Beyonce. Yo, 2022 was a great year for R&B as always. We just got to have more platforms to push it out there. I want to shout out my platforms that I love to death. I want to shout out my girl, one of my best friends in the world. I'm talking about Chastity with Midnight R&B Edition. She does interviews. She does battles and things like that. Like, check her. I'm going to put her info in the more info box. Shout out to my family, the Sykes Podcast. They talk about everything in popular culture, but they stick with R&B. They love it. They make you laugh, and it's just amazing. Shout out to my brother that came on to our show, talking about B Cops with his show, the Vault Classic podcast, where he does reviews on albums. We just did a Maxwell episode with him, which is so amazing, and people are really loving it. We did Urban Hang Suite. And just real R&B podcasts, like really, really follow them, because it sucks to me when you get on social media and you see all these people talking about R&B and they be loud and wrong, and then this goes and people retweet it and it be getting all these likes and all this, and it be loud and wrong, and it's people with check marks, yo. Like, it bothers me, because me and Elise, we love what we do. Chastity, the Sykes Podcast, B Cops, all that, we do it for the love of it. Forget about the clicks and the views. We do it because we love it. You know what I mean? And it's just, it sucks to me when you see podcasts out here and they just be loud and wrong and people love it, and then they give this narrative about R&B that's so not true. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with saying R&B is alive and well, because I've been saying that since 2015 when I started Current R&B Banger. So I'm done with that, because it's no need to say it, because R&B ain't gonna go nowhere. It's in the DNA of all this music. You know what I mean? But support real R&B podcasts. I'm telling you, support them, because we real, we are authentic, and there ain't no bullshit when it comes to us. So I'm sorry I had to get that off, y'all. But I'm gonna end it with this record, actually the remix of this record, because when I first heard the beginning, the first song when she released it, I was like, I ain't here for it. But then when she did the remix, I'm here for it. So you guys have a great Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful New Year. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay positive. You know what I mean? And don't let nobody break your soul. Catch what I just threw. Hey!
Santiago, Bessie Smith, Nina Simone, Betty Davis, Solange Knowles, Batu Lizzo, Kelly Roll, Lauryn Hill, Roberta Flack,
Tony, Janet,
Tierra Whack, Missy, Diana,
Grace Jones,
Aretha, Anita,
Grace Jones,
Helen Polasha, De Adu.
Jilly from Philly, I love you, boo.
Don't just stand there.
Get into it, strike the pose, there's nothing to it. Oh, hey, and I'm out, y'all. Peace.